Hi guys, welcome back to some more Sherlock Holmes versus Jack the Ripper, I should say. Let's investigate this body.
Watson, imagine the victim laid down there on the ground.
Yes. Oops. What the heck's wrong with my mouse? Okay, that was weird.
Her right hand, it is bloody, as is her wrist.
What the hell's wrong with my mouse? Why is the sensitivity so low for? What's going on? I better not crash again, I swear to God. It's already crashed like 4 times.
The ground is muddy.
Yes.
Her left hand, it is closed around a bag of pastils. The throat, there is but one clean cut, slightly slanted downwards. The ground is muddy. Her knees and dress, they are clean.
Okay. Just want to see if there's anything else? No.
This door leads to the club for Jewish socialist workers.
Okay. Oops. Okay, here we go. Okay, the knees and the knees and the bottom of the dress at the front are clean. The ground is dirty. The victim didn't struggle on the ground. I'm assuming that's what it means. The victim was killed lying down. The victim wiped her clothes. Okay, the victim was killed upright. Meaning... come on, what the hell? Liz had her back to the killer. Liz and the murderer were lying down the moment the murder... Liz and the murderer were standing at the moment the murder below. Her back to the killer, maybe? I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say she had her back to the killer. Yeah. The wound to the neck is clean, starting from the right and slightly oblique and descending. Well, Jesus. There's only one way for it to be moral. The victim had her neck wrung. There was one, but... Okay, well, I think that's what killed her. The murderer struck the blow from his height. It was going which way? Descending. So from above? Killer is taller than the victim. No. Same height? She's shorter? No, one of these is wrong here. Okay, apparently I was going for the right hand instead. The murderer struck from his height, apparently. Approximately the same height as his victim. Yes, this is right. Or hold on, unless this is wrong. Okay. The blow was given with the right hand. The blow... He's right-handed, obviously. Murder strong. He's a strong man, okay. Bloody right hand and wrist. The cardboard was slipped. The victim was bleeding from the nose. The victim had her hand cut. The victim put her hand to her throat, maybe? The weapon used against Mezzaluna. I have no idea what the hell that is. It wasn't thick, that's for sure.
We have two possibilities. The first is that Liz Stride's killer and the attacker, seen by Schwartz, were one and the same man. The second is that Liz Stride meets a client. After some discussion, they head towards Dutfield's yard to do their business. As soon as they arrive, the attacker appears while his accomplice keeps watch. Schwartz's arrival dissuades the two men from lingering. They leave the area and leave Liz Stride in a tense state, but glad to have kept her client. He will be her murderer. Both hypotheses are possible, but an incongruous detail will serve to corroborate one of them. An incongruous detail that we were able to establish regarding the Hanbury Street murder. Which one would that be, Watson? Look at the victim carefully, Watson, and tell me the link between the murder of Liz Stride and those of Nichols and Chapman. No, that's not it.
The bag of pastels, Holmes.
The bag of pastels. Indeed, Watson. If this woman had to defend herself against an attacker, why would she have held onto this bag in her hand? It didn't fall because this woman's hand tensed at the moment when she fell to the ground. Therefore, Watson, we know the killer distracted his victim's attention by making them take something out of their pockets. Why didn't he slit her throat like the others? He must have feared a struggle with this strong-willed woman. Why didn't he eviscerate her? Because Louis Diemschutz arrived.
Do you think the Whitechapel killer is behind this murder, Holmes?
Yes, and now this murder has been linked to its rightful perpetrator, it will take on deeper meaning when we have examined the facts from that night. Let's go to Mitre Square, where Catherine Eddowes was killed. And make haste, Watson, as we have another murder to commit in 40 minutes.
What?
Here we are, Watson, Mitre Square. It took us a mere 20 minutes to get here. If the killer left Dutfield's yard around 1 o'clock, as we assume, he would have arrived here at around 1:20 a.m. We know that Catherine Eddowes' body was discovered at 1:44 a.m. Catherine was released from prison around 1 o'clock, but we have no information as to what she could have been doing until her death. This place has 3 possible ways out. Let's see where they lead. As a precaution, I brought an old map of the area with me. It will help us get our bearings.
Let's hurry, Holmes. This neighborhood makes me ill at ease.
Okay, I guess this is where we are right now. Okay, I can't do this stuff. I can't look at a map. Okay, a bunch of stuff over there. Can we take this? Sweet. Move, Watson! Okay, these are broken bottles. Where was all that stuff? Oh, okay, that's where she was dead. That's where she was dead. That's where she died. Well, it says to use the matches on the lantern.
Take the lantern, Watson.
Ugh. Okay, cool. He'll like light stuff up, I guess. Okay, crap. Which way were we facing when we came in? We were here, right? Because he said now to... Oh, shoot. Oh, no, it's in the documents. Okay. The church passage. It says to take the church passage. So that should be up here?
Church Passage. It must be opposite the Imperial Club at 16 to 17 Duke Street. Let's go to the end of this lane, Watson.
Move your ass. Where is he? Watson. Yo, what are you doing? Stop being a creeper. I can't see anything. Sorry if it's really dark, guys.
I have no reason to go that way.
That's not where we have to go. Dink, 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 dink. Solomonovich.
Hello, you must be Abraham Solomonovich, am I right?
Yes, that's me. But I know you. You brought a lad to my place to take care of a cat, and I loaned you my mask.
That's me. May I present?
Dr. Watson, of course. Delighted. And you? I have known for a few days that you are a detective by the name of Sherlock Holmes. Is that so?
You don't miss a thing, do you? It was the children who gave me away, am I right?
They didn't want to, but I gained their confidence by offering them a small comb and half a cake.
They made a good deal out of it, so I
Half
don't blame
a whole
them.
cake.
However, I must request, as a personal favor, that you do not reveal my identity.
Okay, nobody cares about that right
You
now.
have my word. Curiosity is just killing me, as you may have guessed. Would it be breaking an oath to confide in me the nature of the investigation that you are leading?
His accent changed. He wasn't talking like that
Does
before.
this spot where we are now in Mitre Square
Or no, it's the pet
anything
shop
to
guy,
you?
never mind.
A demon lives in this city, Mr. Holmes. These unmentionable acts degrade the human race and put the Jewish community in terrible danger.
Lots of rumors are circulating, but they are but rumors. I see you're leaving the Imperial Club. It's a stone's throw away from Mitre Square, and the 2 recent murders were most probably discussed in there. Do you know if anyone from the club saw or heard anything that night?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. That night, 3 members of our club saw a woman talking to a man at the very spot where we are standing, a few minutes before the body was found at the end of this passage. Fantastic, Holmes.
Calm yourself, Watson. There's nothing at the moment to suggest it was the victim.
like,
Can
chill
we meet these members?
out.
I am
Calm your
afraid
tits,
that won't be
Watson.
possible. As soon as the police heard the evidence of these men, they were sworn to silence.
I understand.
But you are working for the good, and I must tell you what I know. One of the 3 men, my friend Joseph, left that night with 2 other members of the Imperial Club, Harry and another Joseph. It
They
was
seriously couldn't come
around
up with another name?
1:35 a.m., perhaps a bit earlier, when Joseph, not my friend, but the other, the Aldgate butcher,
Oh, God.
exited. He saw a man and a woman in discussion at this very spot where we are.
These men must have been about 16 feet away from the couple.
That's about right. So Joseph, the butcher, said to the other 2, while pointing at the couple, "Look, I don't like going home alone when I see this kind of people here." My friend Joseph looked at them without noticing anything strange and didn't understand what he meant. They had the look of 2 rather unkempt people, but no more than that.
Okay.
After the murder, did these 3 men tell the police what they had seen?
Not quite. Harry stated that he hadn't seen the couple. As for Joseph, the butcher, even though he was the one who commented on them and pointed them out, said that he couldn't remember anything except that the man was about 3 inches taller than the woman, who was 5 feet tall, no more. My friend Joseph, on the other hand, did his best to cooperate with the police.
Okay.
And what did your friend Joseph say? What did this man and woman look like?
The man must have been 30 years old, about 5'7", light complexion.
You just said
and
he
a
was
fair
3
moustache.
inches taller
He wore
than the woman.
a loose,
That would make him
dark
5'3",
jacket,
not
grey
5'7".
cap, and a red scarf around his neck. But he said that he only saw him for a brief instant, and it would be impossible to recognize him.
And the woman?
He only saw her from behind. She had her hand on the man's stomach and seemed to be pushing him. He said that he remembered that she was small, was wearing a black jacket and a black bonnet. After his
Talk faster.
testimony, the police took him to see the clothing of the deceased, and Joseph said that they looked identical to those of the woman he had seen. Like I already said, he only glanced at the 2, as he was headed with the others in the direction of Aldgate.
One final question. The Imperial Club is a Jewish club, isn't that correct?
Indeed.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Solomonovich.
Bah, it was nothing. We must at all cost prevent this demon from striking again, and the police seem to have some difficulty in doing that. I wish you the best of luck, Mr. Holmes.
Okay. So has to go back this way. My throat is itching a little bit, and I better not be getting sick because I have a wedding to go to. Okay, it says turn around, go back to Mitre Square, and go across to Mitre's something exit. So I'm assuming this over here. Where the fuck is... Yeah, you better be counting.
This is Mitre Street, from where Watkins, the constable who found the body, came. Nothing of interest here.
Oh, fudge you. Okay, we came from there, so I'm assuming we gotta go this way this time.
This dark and narrow passage leads to St. James's Place. Well,
St. James's
let's
Place.
find the spot where Edow's body was discovered. I have no reason to go that way. I have no reason to go that way.
Where was her body found? There's not much here. At left corner of the square. Wait, by the lamppost. Oh, okay. Even the
Watson,
fucking
we are
guide is
now in
wrong.
the exact spot where poor Eddowes tragically ended her days.
This spot is very dark, Holmes.
That is probably why our murderer chose it.
Have we been here before? Or did we not just... we blah, blah, did we not... We did not... Oh, I think we didn't see this one. Okay.
Do these objects spread out by the victim remind us of anything, Watson?
The honor of the man for a woman. Oh, okay. Oops. Okay.
A thimble is located right beside one of the victim's hands, just like Chapman's sachet of pills and Stride's pastils. These intestines were pulled out altogether to grant access to the abdomen.
God, they really like drew it and everything.
The head is turned towards the left. The murderer must have been on the right side of his victim. Let's look at her from the front.
Oh, God! This is awful.
There is but one wound, Watson. It goes from the left side and descends in a slight oblique towards the right side.
What's a fucking loud car outside? I don't know if you guys can hear that. Holy crap. The blow was fierce and instantaneous, which means same as this one. Okay, down. No, we have nothing yet. Let's continue searching. Oh my God.
The eyelids were cut off. The nose was cut.
Yeah, not only that, man.
There is but one wound.
Shut up. Okay, I think that's it for this one. Go back. We haven't seen here.
These intestines were pulled. A thimble is located right. The main incision goes from the sternum all the way down to the groin. The murderer opened this abdomen as if it were an animal carcass. A kidney was removed. The uterus was removed. Part of this apron is missing. We will follow up on that shortly. The inside of the thighs is clean. Once again, there were no sexual relations between the victim and her murderer.
I hope not.
Do these objects spread out by the victim remind us of anything, Watson?
Apparently we're
The head is turned towards the left. The murderer must have been on the right side of his victim. Let's look at her from the front.
Pretty.
The nose was cut. There is but one wound, Watson. It goes from the left side and descends in a slight oblique towards the right side.
Pretty sure we got everything. Didn't we?
These intestines were
Yeah.
The head is turned towards the left.
We've done this. I don't know what else, like,
There is but one wound. The eyelids were cut off. The nose was cut.
off.
The cheeks
Oh, the
were
cheeks.
slashed
There we
to
go.
make them thinner.
Okay.
My goodness, Holmes, it was a slaughter.
Understand, Watson, that our killer had neither the time nor the conditions to bother with the niceties. He had no more than 7 or 8 minutes at most to kill the woman, open her up, and all the while in total darkness.
Holmes, it's a woman, a poor victim you're talking about.
Consider all the time this man lost and the risks that he actually took by cutting the victim's face and the lower abdomen in around 20 precise spots, especially the lungs and the liver. These attacks, which I considered gratuitous, are in fact nothing of the sort and have as much sense as the removal of the organs. We must, first and foremost, locate the 3 exits leading to Mitre Square, Watson.
Already done this. Should I maybe do the deductions first? Holy shit, yeah, let's do this here. I don't know what's wrong with the mouse in this part of the game, but it's like slows down big time. Come on. Okay. Now as we remember for a moment, this we already did. The objects belong to the victim. The murder search, yeah. Okay, a thimble was found in the right, okay. Had a thimble in her hand? Yeah, I guess. Liver and lungs and small incisions. Kidney is removed. Nose are cut off. Which means... New anatomy? Yep. Up. Oh god. Go blimey. Okay. Come on. Yeah, this is my right-handed. Okay. And this goes here to that of an animal. A pieces of why they were cut out. The items of the victims are treated very orderly, which means that doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's get these exits here. There's one. I don't know why the guy told me to do this.
This dark and narrow passage leads to St. James's Place.
Please. I don't know why the guy tells me to go this way. We did it before.
I have no reason to go that way.
Okay. We've already been down here, right? Okay. Let's let me do the time chart. Oh, here we go. Oh, we already did this one. Okay. How do I get, you know, we're out of time anyway, guys. I'll take a look at this and then I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.